All right, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to continue with the Maker's Color Combo for April. If you guys are interested in that, you can find out more information about it there, or you can go to the Facebook group, Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists. So this was the color combo for April, and I've already done some gel prints using these colors. And now I want to make something with them. So I put together this journal for Mixed Media March 25. It's kind of weird, I know, combining something from March with something from April, but I do still need to decorate the cover of this journal. So I'll do a little flip through of this after we have decorated, but what I'm thinking is to just do a little bit of a collage using some of these papers. I have to decide which ones I want to use because I don't think I'm going to use all of them. I might want to start with this one. And yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit of a collage on here. So last time I used this stencil. This is the ink spot stencil. Here we go. The ink spot stencil 5x7 from PM Artist Studio, the artist Sophia Button, that I used to make these gel prints. And I figured since we're doing the PM Artist stencil and since we're doing the Maker's Color Combo, we could also use one of the PM Artist Studio stamps. So for the focal point, I was thinking of using this stamp. This is one of the Angry Owl stamps from, I think it's Collaging. Let me double check that. Yeah, it's Collaging. And I just want to decide which one I want to use for the owl. And I think this one's got a little too much contrast going, but this one has some of all of the colors present, so I think I will go with that one. And my thought is to do some embossing. So I'll just use the back of this PM Artist Studio thing. Let me decide where I want this to come out of, and I'm thinking right in this area. I've not used one of these with embossing before. Actually, I've not used any of the stamps. Well, that's a lie. I used some of the stamps in the background for the journal, which you will see later. But I'm just going to use my embossing dabber and fingers crossed that this works out. Okay, so I think that actually turned out pretty well. I think I also want to do the title in this one, which I'm just going to use my black Arteza acrylic marker for that. And then here where I didn't get as much connection, I can actually just kind of go in and fill those spots in a little bit. If you had an embossing ink pad instead of a dauber, this probably would have worked a lot better. I just don't happen to have one of those, so it's okay. I can fill it in anywhere that it got too light with this marker. And these ones don't dry matte, so it actually will kind of match the embossing glaze. A little bit of his toe went away there. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe just a little bit there to darken it. Okay. And then again, I just want to write the title out here, which, how do I want to do that? I guess just up here. We'll just write it. Hashtag mixed media March 25. Cool. So let me go ahead and quickly fussy cut these out. Okay. Okay, so we've got our little owl dude and our title. And what I was thinking, let go please, was to make a branch for him to sit on and then do some leaves in some of these other colors. I do want the branch to stand out from the background. And I think this is probably different enough. What do you think? Why can't you answer me? I'm probably going to end up going around the outside of this as well. Well, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. So I will just take a section here and kind of give it a little branch. I'm not being too precious about this. And then let's see, how thick do we want it? Maybe about here to start. You could draw this out if you wanted to be more exact. I'm actually just gonna, there we go, because I can't really see what I was doing with that in the way. Let's give it another little branch here. And something like that. Let's see. I mean, that works. Maybe we can do him a little bit higher. Say around here. Put this down on the bottom. And I think that has enough separation from the back, but I think I want to add a couple more. So I'll just quickly cut some of those out. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm not going to outline the branches, and I'm not going to quite put them down yet. Whoop. But I'll keep them in the order that I want them over here. We can move our owl off. I am going to go ahead and black out the edges of this as well. So let's move this for just a second. And I'll just go around the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, now what I want to do, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to put these back down for a second so I can see what the effects will be if I do the leaves. Let's see. I think this one's a little too close. Maybe. Just see if I'd prefer the leaves outlined or not outlined. I think that one's different enough. And that one? Yeah, I'll try those two. And let's see. I'll start with this one. So I'll start off by just cutting out a leaf shape. Not going to be too precious about this. Just got to make a leafy shape. And doing it that way, and then I will draw one out. And see if I like that better. And the answer is no. I actually like it without the outline. So that's good to know. Let me put this in my little paper stash. I can again move this off so we can move the book out of the way. And I'm just going to cut out a whole bunch of leaf shapes. I'm not going to need the entirety of these prints. I may even actually, I think I'm going to use the one that has the brighter orange as well. This one. And one of the things you can do if you want to get a bunch of stuff all at once, this one I already cut into, so it's actually not going to work out that well. I'll show you with this one. is if you just fold it up. I'm going to trim off this extra here because the design is not there. And I'll do one bigger leaf and one smaller, like so. These are also kind of fun to keep when you unfold them. That kind of looks like owl's eyes, doesn't it? Anyway, and then I have 4 larger and 4 smaller of the same color. So I will quickly cut the rest of this out. Okay, so we've got plenty of leaves here now. I can always cut more if they are needed. I'm just trying to give myself a little space to work with. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, the question is, do I want to add anything to the background before I start doing this? I mean, I don't want to do anything that's going to be too noticeable. Like, nothing that's going to overtake it. I want to keep it a little bit more on the simple side. Do you know what I haven't used that we're allowed to use? Whoops. Is, oh my gosh, I am making messes. Anyway, is I have not added any metallic. What would be a good metallic with this color combination? Oh, you know what? I have this black background, so what I think I'll do is actually do some of this. This is a cat hair. This is a kind of like gunmetal silver. Haven't used it in a while, so it needs to be shaken up. But that will give some shine, but a more subtle shine to the background, just to add a little texture. And I don't want a lot of this, so I'm not going to get too much on the brush. Just a little bit. And I do want it to have a little bit of movement to it. So after I've done that, which I'm happy with, I'm just going to grab some water, give it a spritz, and that will move the paint around a little bit. Just a little bit of subtle texture there in the background, just so it's not just black. And let me get this to dry off. Okay, yes, we appear good. So that is dry now. And I think I probably want to put a couple of the leaves down at least behind the owl here, a couple back here, before I put the branches down. I don't know why, guys, sorry. My brain is not functioning correctly right now. Apparently I need more coffee. I need more coffee. So we'll do something like that, I think. And I just want to decide where to put some behind. So where's my glue? Okay, so I am pretty happy with that. I do want to pull his eyes a little bit forward, so I'm just going to use my white Posca and fill those in. And maybe a little bit of his nose. Like so. Cute. I also think I'm gonna do some faux stitching around the edges. You guys know how I like my faux stitching. And we've got all of the colors included, and then we also did a metallic, black, and white. I'm skipping over where the tree limbs and leaves are, just because I think that makes it a little more dynamic. But the thing that we haven't done, and you don't have to, but it is an option, is they add a mark making element, which is dots, and I think we can definitely incorporate that. So let me finish doing this. Now, dots. Very simple. It's an owl in a tree with what appears to be a night sky. So let's add a couple stars. Okay, love this. I want to add just a little bit of veining in the leaves, and I want it to be pretty subtle. So I'm not going to use the acrylic markers because that has too much depth to it, I guess. So I'm going to use my Tombow here And I'm not going to do too much. I'm just giving the appearance of the texture to these leaves. Okay, so that is finished. Give you a little bit of a close-up there. I love this stamp so much. It's so cute. Look at it. Fabulous. So there's the cover done for my Mixed Media March journal using the April Makers Color Combo. I know, kind of weird, but it's fine. So now I'll give you guys a little bit of a flip through. If you are just tuning in and haven't watched, I did a collaboration for this challenge with Dawn from Four Grace Creations and Margie from Margie's Crafty Corner. So they both took pictures of their artwork and sent them to me so that I could include them in this journal. Now, Margie did the same kind of style as Ceri did. If you're not familiar, that's Ceri the Crafter here on YouTube. He's the one who actually put together the Mixed Media March Challenge. And he did a concertina accordion style book. And Dawn actually did a tab binding with a bunch of envelopes. So I kind of ran with both of them. I promise it'll make more sense in just a second. So I used envelopes and glued them together to make a accordion style. So I just thought that'd be kind of fun to do. I just kicked my stand again, didn't I? Sorry about that. Just to kind of combine the methods that they used. So if you guys are interested in knowing how I put this together, by the way, leave a comment down below. I'd be more than happy to do a tutorial on it. But this is the cover, which we just did today. And then you open it, and inside I have a little pocket with the note Dawn sent me, as well as a sticker that Margie sent me extra. And then we start. So this was day one, and that was Dawn. I did gel print on all of these. Actually, I attached all of them, and then I gel printed on all of them, just to give a little bit more interest to the background. And then there is day two, which was from Margie, and day three, which was me. And then both of these are actually Dawn from day four. But I just thought it was really fun how well all of these colors work together. I swear we did not do that on purpose. And then we have day 5 and day 6 from Margie. Day 7, which was me, and then day 8, which was Dawn. Then we have day 9, which was Margie. That was actually a double spread that she did. And then day 10, which was me. This is just a photocopy because I sent Dawn the original. And then we've got day 11, which was Dawn. Oh, here's one of those. So this is the nesting circles stamp. That's also from PM Artist Studio. So I used a couple of those in here as well, just to add texture to the background. So then we have day 12, which was Margie, which was another double spread, and day 13, which was me. Those actually look really nice together as well. Super fun. And then we have day 14, which was me, and day 15, which was Dawn. If you guys want to know how I got the scans of mine to show up really well, I actually scan them. But anyway, then we have day 16, which was Margie, and day 17, which was me. And that brings us to the end of that side. I don't know why I said size. I just did a little bit of gel printing here on the back for this one with the same colors I used inside the journal. And then we have day 18, which was Dawn. Get back in there, please. Day 19, which was Margie. Absolutely love that one. Day 20 was Dawn. And then we have day 21, which was me. And day 22, which was Dawn. Got day 23, which was Margie. Fun little steampunk kind of thing going on there. And then day 24, which was me. We've got day 24, or 24, 25, which was Dawn. And then days 26 and 27 were both Margie. Got day, excuse me, apologies, day 28, which was me, and then day 29, which was Dawn, and she made this cute little pocket out of a book page. Love that. And then we've got day 30, which was Margie. Love the colors in that one. And day 31, which was me. And obviously this is a print. I just took a picture and then printed it out and put it in here because my piece was actually a mixed media canvas board, so that would not have fit. And then we're back to the beginning. So that is going to be it for today. I'm probably going to use just some Ceri silk ribbon. Let's see, I have this one, which looks pretty good there. I'm just going to cut off a piece of this to tie and keep it together on my shelf. But that is going to be it for today. So that was my creation for the Maker's Color Combo, doing the cover for Mixed Media March 25, and then a little flip through of all of the pieces me, Margie, and Dawn created. If you want to see all of the different processes, there are videos on my channel in the Mixed Media March 25 playlist. You can just run through all of those and you'll get to see all of the creations. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!